What's going on, guys? Spencer Clays here, and today's Facebook ads training is almost too valuable. I didn't want to share it publicly, but I think this stuff is super important, especially if you're on a tighter budget right now and you're learning to run Facebook ads. This is the most comprehensive training you're going to find for home service, exterior cleaning businesses. So it doesn't really matter what you do. We'll get into that in a second, but pull out your pen and paper. This is a 30-minute training, so definitely take notes, put this stuff into practice. Let's get to it. What is going on, guys? Welcome to this Facebook ads training. This is how to make $1,000 to $5,000 plus per week with Facebook ads 2024. Destroy your competition, print money, and never worry about where your next job is coming from ever again. This is for home service businesses, exterior cleaning primarily, pressure washing, roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, solar, windows, mobile detailing, junk removal, Christmas lights. Really anyone, I don't know if you can see that, who services clients and needs leads, as we all do. So this thing would work. Who this is not for: people who aren't willing to spend money to make more money. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, your business, then things not going to grow. So, and specifically being risk averse, and this comes up a lot in life. Like almost everything in life is risky, right? If you walk out of your house, there is a risk of something bad happening, but there's controllable risk and there's uncontrollable risk. Uncontrollable risk is getting hit by an asteroid, walking outside, getting hit by a car. It's like, sucks, but just happens. Controllable risk, though, is where we can move the cards a little bit better. Like a casino is uncontrollable. You can't really control that. But here, with running paid ads, if you actually know what you're doing, you can quite literally, make more money than you spend. And I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, and I'm still running Facebook ads every single day. It's still making me money. It's still making money for dozens, hundreds, thousands of other business owners. If not, why would people still be running Facebook ads? So, because I get this a lot where, this doesn't work. Facebook ads doesn't work. But it's like, I don't know, bro. I've been doing this for years, seeing other guys doing it. So, and then lastly, people who aren't aggressively trying to grow their business and make money. If you're not here to make money, if you don't want to make more money for your family, like I got a kid on the way. Like I got to make more money all the time. Even, like there's never really we all tell ourselves like, oh yeah, once I make 10K a month, I'll be happy. Then 20K, then 30K, then 40K, then 50K. And it's like, okay, well, where does the limit? There's really no limit. As long as you're pushing yourself, you want to grow yourself, your business, let's keep fucking going. So this thing will work. Couple promises after this training. You will know more about Facebook ads than 80 to 90% than anyone on this planet. You will know exactly how to start printing money for your home service business. You will see exactly how I run my ads and my methodology. So a couple things here. Really anything. I think that's like the 100-hour rule. If you spend like 100 hours doing anything, you're better than 99% of people on the planet. And so, if you're watching this, 20, 30-minute training on Facebook ads, you're going to know more than most people on earth, because most people don't really know anything. And most people, like we kind of talked about in one of the previous slides, they quit, they spend $100 on ads. We'll talk a little bit more about this later, but as soon as it doesn't work, it gets hard, they quit, they give up. But this is actually a good thing, because then it allows people like you and me to come in, clean up. So it's really a good thing. And, printing money, we'll get into it. So just so you know a little bit more about who I am and such, I have been doing the home service business. I run a roof and gutter business out here in the Pacific Northwest. And I teach other guys how to do it. I have an inner circle program where we have guys, I teach them how to clean roofs, how to make more money. And we got guys like, this is one of the guys this last month, in April, he made $20K doing the stuff I'm about to teach you. We got guys, $900 Christmas light job, $4,800 quadplex, $1,800 in 2 days. This would have taken me 30 days of my whole 9 to 5. This was me a few months ago. I did like a $600 job off a solar panel or off an ad, and then the neighbor I cleaned for $550. And I literally, you could see I got there at 4 o'clock. All right, I got there like 2 or 3. I made $1,000 in just a few hours, even getting there after like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We got guys over here, $9 cost per message, making $400 yesterday, $550 this morning. So, and of course, $600 off his first Facebook ad. So that's Kyle right there. So first, what is advertising? I know I showed you guys a bunch of money, people making money. How the fuck are we doing this, especially with roof and gutters, home service, whatever it is you're doing? So really what we're doing is it's called attention arbitrage. We're buying people's eyeballs for lower, and then we're selling them something for a higher price. So we'll run into the numbers in a second, but typically how this works is I'm spending anywhere from $10 per ad campaign, and ideally that brings me a lead a day. So if I'm spending $10 a day, I want a lead per day. So typically, I like to have at least 4 or 5, 6 leads. So we're usually spending around $30 to $40 a day. That keeps me and my 2 guys busy. Depends on what you're doing. If you are just a solo man crew, if you have 10 crews, you could adjust that amount as we need. So really, we're turning $1 into 2. Because if you think about it, if you had a machine where you could just put in $1 and $2 came out, you would put as much fucking dollars in there as you could. Like, that's how investing works. That's how making money works. And especially when growing your business, we want to grow it as fast as we can. Because, Facebook ads are great, but it is sometimes more of a short-term thing. I've been running them for years and I still will be, but there's also, your website, Google My Business, all these sort of other assets we want to be building at the same time. But Facebook is a great way to get some quick returns on your investment, making some money, turning eyeballs into money. And another thing too that paid ads can kind of bring is consistency. Organic, as I'm sure you guys know, which is referrals, word of mouth, door knocking, it can be hit or miss. Sometimes you do one client and then they have 7 neighbors that all want it done. Sometimes you might not get a word of mouth or referral for weeks. Like, it's just so like feast and famine. Versus paid ads, like I said with the numbers, if we can dial those numbers in, spend $40 a day and get 4 leads pretty much every single day, close 1 or 2 or 3 of those, or get more leads, we can know our numbers a lot better. It brings that consistency in, which is honestly one of the biggest parts of running your own business is lack of consistency. Because your old 9 to 5, you could just go out and you're working, you get a paycheck every 2 weeks, right? So here we need that consistency. Paid ads will do it. And this is honestly the number one skill in business, is to be able to bring more leads and customers at will. If you can turn on a faucet and bring leads to you, money will never be an issue to you. If you know how to get people who want to give you money into your business, or any business that you run, and the thing that I like to talk about is sales versus marketing. We're talking here, I'm a marketer. I'm not really a salesman because I don't really need to be. If I can have, you could be the best salesman on the planet, but if you only have a couple people that you're talking to that you can talk to at any time, you will make far less money than a terrible salesman who has an audience of 10,000 people, right? So for me, I like to have dozens of leads coming in, so I don't really have to be that good at selling, right? I have people coming to me, they want to give me money, and then it's really just okay, yeah, we have space in our calendar. Yeah, we can get you done this day. I'm not going out, I'm not pounding the pavement, knocking doors. I'm not against doing that. That's how I started my business. Door knocking is a great skill to have. But for me, I would rather be at my house, just pulling the strings, the puppet master, bringing leads into me so I don't have to, do the manual labor and do that stuff, which is frankly not very scalable. So how do we find leads? And this is some stuff that I kind of go into in my new book, which is going to be probably out soon. You probably put it in this description. But interruption versus search. So Facebook versus Google. If you think about any ads, I don't want to get too deep into it because, I just want to stick with Facebook ads. But really, there's 2 types. There's interruption and search. So interruption, as you can imagine, is anytime that someone knocks at your door, that's an interruption. Anytime a commercial pops on your TV screen, anytime you're watching a YouTube video like here and an ad pops up, that's interruption. People weren't going there to see an ad, right? Versus search, let's say you have a problem. Let's say, hey, my toilet is spewing shit. You're going to go to Google, plumber near me. That is a search marketing. So it's a little bit different of a customer journey. So if you're watching this and you're a plumber, you need to be focusing more on search marketing than interruption. That's just how it is. If you're an emergency dentist where people have a problem, they're not going to go to Facebook and want to find a solution. It's just not going to happen. But where this is really powerful for home service businesses and exterior cleaning, where interruption really comes in, is we can find people who kind of need this done. They're open to it, right? These 6 to 7%. Or we can take people who are not even thinking about it. That's why you'll see some of my ads. It's when was the last time you had your roof cleaned, right? So that's designed to hit someone who's not really thinking about it, to now they're oh, I'm kind of open. Yeah, when was the last time I had my roof cleaned? So that's all marketing is we're trying to get people down this buying pyramid, and we're trying to get them to buy now. And he who can educate their market, that's where people are going to buy from. Think about, a famous example is, I guess Bob Ross would be the first one that comes to my head. He educated the market on how to paint. And so guess what? When they want to buy paint, who are they going to buy it from, right? So Very simple. And then, so here's some recent ad numbers that, I've been kind of hitting, $7 a message, $7.89 for this last campaign. I'm going to show you real quick, go over to Facebook. This is one, I actually didn't even check these for a few days. And this one is terrible. So I'm going to shut this one off. But this one, we're getting like $5 a message. And I have a picture in a second. But I'm just going to roll through an ad really quickly. And so this is kind of how I run ads in 2024 and beyond. Maybe this will change in 2025. Who knows? But I always like to go engagement. This is just my favorite. I like to do messages, which is, how to optimize for that. I like to just let Facebook do everything, right? So if they say recommended, just go with that. So they're going to give us a new engagement campaign. Let's do, leads 2024 spring. Then don't worry about that. Don't touch any of that stuff. Messaging apps, that's fine. Well, this is a past client. Let's do this Facebook page. And then let's go, like I said, $10 a day. And then I like to name my ad. So this is your ad campaign. This is your ad set. And this is your ad. So I want to add my ad set, or I want to name it. I usually name it based on my audience. So Facebook is kind of interesting right now. They don't really let you target people as well as it used to be able to in the past. Because privacy concerns, all that sort of stuff. So I like to just go, there's really only so much you can do. But obviously I'm over here in Seattle. I'm just going to kind of willy-nilly drop this. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Wherever you like to drive, right? Like that's basically it. I would like to get an audience size of at least, a few 100,000 if I could. Audience suggestion. This is like, you could tweak with this if you want. I like to tweak. I like to go up to like, age 30, maybe 35. See that it takes us down. We don't want, someone who's 18 is probably not going to be paying us to clean the roof. Sometimes that's all I'll do. Sometimes I'll just click next, test that out. Other times I'll, add an audience in here. Like I'll go like, okay, who are people that have money? Oh, wow. Do they not? Oh, that's a customized. Whoops, my bad. Tesla. See, who has money? It's an interest, That brings us down to 157,000 people. But those people probably got money, right? So just how can you think outside the box? What do other people like? So sometimes we'll use home improvement, Home Depot. But again, some of my best ads have come from just letting Facebook do all the work. Like Facebook's AI and their algorithm is very good. They know exactly who's more likely to buy. So just kind of, I forgot to add it. So sometimes if I'm not really, maybe I'll just do like just age. And then I will move on because Facebook is going to show this ad to hundreds of people. If people buy it or they don't, it's going to know, and it's going to know, oh, this person bought, so I'm going to show it to their neighbor. That's why sometimes you'll literally have jobs like a few neighborhoods away because Facebook is showing it because like, oh, it worked. So, and then this, I like to add the ad, based on like the headlines. So we're just going to add a quick, I'm going to copy and paste this over here. Right. So primary text. So here you can pause this if you want to see. I will scroll very slowly. This is just an old ad that I ran, so it will definitely need to be changed. As you can see, that's not my phone number. And then let's add some media. This video has been doing very well for me. It's a little quick. 22-second video. Time lapse. Very simple. Doing the work. Awesome. You can also use pictures, before and after. Video is good though. Time lapse because it's engaging, right? People like to see it. See, like when people are scrolling down, over 1,000 roof and gutter cleans. ? Come see why we only have 5 stars. Blah blah blah. And then chat and messenger. Terrible headline. Starting at just $2.99. Boom. So, and then I'm not going to, usually I would obviously put a little more thought into this, but I'm just doing some quick examples. So that is what I would do. And I would publish that, but then, so now we're spending $10 a day, remember? And then, so what I would like to do, I guess it's still, so I would duplicate this
and then change the headline. I don't want to publish this because I want to make a few edits first. And so I would want to have at least 2 different headlines testing out and maybe even a different video. And then if it starts working, then I want to duplicate the ad sets, because then it's going to go from $10 to $20. And then if I want to duplicate it again, if it's working, that's how you're starting to spend $30, $40. You don't want to go touch the budget. You want to just duplicate what is working. That makes sense. So that's really quick and dirty Facebook ads. And we're going to kind of get back into the training though, because I just want to do a quick example, because I know some people are like, I'm a very visual learner. I like to be able to see it. So I think you saw in there, I had some messages that were like $28 was one campaign. The other one was like $5. So obviously stay on top of your numbers. I kind of zoned out for a week, but still $5 a message. Where is that one picture? Oh, we'll come back to all this stuff, but I was like, this was cool, because I literally got a job last week, and the neighbor walked up. His other neighbor wanted it. We ended up doing 5 jobs in this neighborhood just from one lead that came in on Facebook ads. So we're spending $5 to get a lead, ended up doing like $1,400, almost $2,000 worth of jobs. So we'll get back to this in a second, but I just want to show you guys how important, like I know I'm saying like all these numbers, like $7 a message. Like what does that really mean? That means a person reached out, it cost us $7, and then we have the opportunity to sell them $200, $500, $1,000 plus service for what we do, right? And your job is to get as many leads as you can for as cheap as you can. You will always win with this superior type of math. If I'm spending $5 a lead and your leads are $10, I'm going to be able to spend twice as much money as you, and I'm going to just crush pretty much anybody. This is how we can start to use leverage, because, or let's say it takes you an hour to knock doors, and I can just spend $5 and it takes you an hour to knock a door, get a job. Whereas I can just spend $5 and get that same lead. I can do that on repeat. I can spend that all day long. I don't have to spend my time knocking doors. This is why I kind of talk shit about door to door, because it is a very low leverage activity. Like you're not going to see any high level CEO out there knocking doors. It is great to make some quick money and get some sales in the door. But as the business owner, you need to start thinking like a CEO. How can you delegate? How can you use leverage to grow your business? So this thing, okay. And then we kind of talked about the simple math, $8 to $15 a lead is pretty good. Minimum $200 a job. We want to convert 1 out of 3 people. Get some coffee, but even like 1 out of 4 is fine. Like I said, if we're spending $40 a day, $10 a lead, then if we're closing 1 of those people, and it's our average job is like $400 to $500. So spending 40, making $500 back, pretty darn happy. This is called return on ad spend, ROAS. That's kind of more of a marketing term. And another thing too is we don't want to necessarily reinvent the wheel. Also, don't copy people, but there's the Facebook ads library. We can click on this right here. It's going to take us to all the ads in the country. So you can click all ads. Let's go to pressure washing. Look at that. People are running ads. 15% off. Chat with us. See, look, that guy forgot to do a headline. 15% off. We'll go into offers in a second, but it's kind of cool to just see local Pennsylvania homeowners. Like people are like calling people out. Obviously, this guy seems to be doing pretty good. This is kind of interesting. Not too bad. Kind of a funny little ad there. This guy. Oh wait, I don't want to click. I don't want to click on his ad. I want to charge people. Anyways, just so you know, you can look at what other ads people are doing. Just throwing that out there. Don't copy people. Obviously, not cool, but it's there. So this is recommended reading. Also is Boron Letters by Gary Halbert, Scientific Advertising by Claude Hopkins, No Bullshit, Direct Response by Dan Kennedy. We need to start thinking like a marketer, like an advertiser. We need to see what other people are doing as often as we can. It's kind of good to just see what's going on. I typically don't like to study my competition, my exact competition, because half the time they don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's why I say don't copy, because they might not know what the fuck they're doing. Why would you copy someone if it just doesn't make sense? So follow like your intuition, follow the stuff that we're going to lay out here in this training about how to build your own offer and how to run a good ad, and just kind of go with your own gut for that. So Basically, though, I don't want to get I don't want to get too much into the theory, but your whole marketing campaign has 3 parts: your message, your media, and your market. Your message is what are you selling? Your media is like, where are you selling it? So Facebook in this instance, and your market, this is who is buying. So we need to start thinking of like our message is our offer is honestly one of the most important parts. And your offer, Godfather, irresistible. Those are kind of some notes that I have. So low ticket is my favorite type of offer to get into the door. We want to perfectly describe their situation. As Robert Collier said, enter the conversation in the customer's mind. We want to follow the demand of what is going on in your market. We want to see, what do people want? Nothing matters if you're trying to sell something that people don't want. That's why I don't really recommend some of these offers. Like we just saw 15% off, $5.99 roof clean, free quote. Like this stuff just isn't as potent. Like 15% off, every single customer knows that's kind of bullshit. You're just going to charge 15% more, right? Like, what is your first thought? Unless you're actually walking into like Best Buy and it's more of an established brand, I don't like to use percentage offers. I like to have offers where it is a tangible like thing, like $2.99 roof and gutter clean, $2.49 house wash, $99 driveway clean. It's a cheap offer, but it fucking works. You know, people can see like, hey, my driveway, just $100, I'm down. And the power of getting these offers and like these cheaper ones is these are very low threshold, easy to snag offers. All you need to do is get one person in the door. And like I mentioned with that one job, we did it was a $2.99 roof clean. I did a $450 across the street. I did another $550 over the other side of the street. I did another $300 job. And then I'm going back for another one. And it's like, so you can obviously upsell. This is just like, obviously when you say starting at this certain price, you can charge whatever you want. So I like to have a low ticket offer that people can buy. And I will still honor that too. I'm not out here trying to like make as much money as like I can get out of people and try to suck off as much money as I can. If it's a $2.99, I'm going to do a $2.99, right? But if it's a $600 job, if it's an $800 job, we're doing that, or I'm going to at least quote them at that, right? So your message is how you deliver it. This isn't, I mean, we kind of talked about this. Like you could knock doors, you can run Google ads, you can run interruption ads. And are you spending your time or your money? And this training is about Facebook ads. So obviously we're running ads. We're spending our money instead of spending our time. So if you can set up a good ad campaign, it takes you what? Like if you run the ad campaign the way I set it up, it's like 20, 30 minutes. You shouldn't be spending more than that. And it's bringing you a job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs per day. And you don't have to spend any of your time. You're just spending $30, $40. Like, bro, like you would literally be crazy to not be running ads with those numbers. So that is that. Satisfy the market, test like your life depends on it. And so just some kind of final thoughts about like putting your offer together. A lot of people just really lazy out on this. They kind of zone out. Thinking is hard. They're just gonna copy my ads, which is fine. Like obviously I'm sharing this information for everyone to see, but really think about it. Like if you're just copying somebody and you didn't put any thought into it, like and then it doesn't work, like people will be like, oh, this ad didn't work. It's like, no shit. You're in Florida. I'm in Seattle. Like why would that ad have worked exactly the same? Put on your thinking cap. What do people want in my city? Maybe call out the city like, hey, Tallahassee homeowners, hey, when was the last time you had your roof cleaned or something? And another thing is too, you can fish with different baits. You don't have to run one ad, one offer. You can run 4, 5, 10, 12 different offers if you want to. Like people just give up so quickly. They just run an ad, doesn't work. They turn off, they quit. They go back to not making money. It's insane. It is quite literally insane. If something doesn't work, you figure out how to fucking make it work. So think of your market as a key. We want to find the key that unlocks the market. Sometimes you got to test a whole bunch of them. Like you're not just going to, like imagine if you could get this right the first try is kind of what I'm saying. Imagine if ads were that easy where every single person watching this could just run an ad and it would work. Like everyone would make money. Everyone would just be like rich. Everyone would have a supercar. They'd be driving, a Lamborghini because they just figure it out. But no, this shit's hard. And that's good because it allows people who actually want it to make money. So that being said, I like to test an ad for 3 to 4 days. I do like $100 is kind of the limit where if it doesn't work, I will shut that certain ad off and test something else, right? Like, $80. You can kind of see it when an ad's not working after 3 days. If you're spending $10 a day, $20, you let it go for 3 days, hasn't gotten a single lead, turn that off, start again, try something else. Like, crazy thought, right? Here's just a couple more ads. Like, obviously we just kind of went through this one. It's been working good. Here's a good before and after picture. This one was done very well. $2.99 roof blow off and treatment special time thing. 9 out of 10 roofs need this. And look over here, this is different. See how I almost like just kind of flip-flopped the headline? The headline up here is 9 out of 10. This one's $2.99. Almost like we're pretty much saying the same thing, but it's just a different way to say it. I've literally had ads where I tweaked one single word and that headline did 3 times better than the other one. So the little things matter when you're showing this to thousands of people, right? So, and currently I like videos a lot, but if you have pictures, those will still work great too. It's really about how good is your offer. Are people seeing it like, oh, $2.99, like I like that, or $1.99 or $99. If they like the offer, they're gonna buy it. Simple as that. So, and I mentioned TikTok, but that's just the rise of short form video. That's kind of the whole explanation behind that. So we kind of mentioned, no one said you can't do all the above and test what works for you. Every city and market is different. Selling solar is different than selling gutter clean. Just like in boxing of combos, use Facebook ads to get a list of leads and go knock that entire neighborhood. Okay, so basically with this, like I mentioned too, let's say you do get leads. Let's say you do like to knock doors. Awesome. You want to get a list of leads, a list of buyers. You get some leads in an area from Facebook ads. Now you know that whole area is hot. Now when you go there, you can be like, hey, I'm giving Susan a quote right now down the street. I saw your house had a little bit of moss or whatever too. You guys looking for a quote or something like that? Or just, hey, we're in the area, saw your house. Very simple. Like, you can use all these options. Facebook is just one extra tool in your tool belt that now you can get more leads. So if you can be omnipresent, be everywhere. So, and we're kind of coming to the end of this training. Whatever you do, don't be a bitch, man. Like, I hate to say it, but like I just see so many people who quit, give up. And honestly, if that is you, fine. Like, that's how I'm able to make ads work, because most people quit. So, and this is everyone who I see is not successful in life. They give up so quickly. They're scared of spending money. People will spend $80 on drinks at the bar, but they're afraid to spend $80 per week on running Facebook ads. It's just like our human brain is wired so funny sometimes. Like, we focus on the negative of losing money, but we don't think twice about spending a shit ton. Like, you probably spend that much money just without even thinking about it every single day at the gas station or whatever. So ads are it's a logical thing. You got to be very emotionless. You can't let emotion get involved. Like, oh, I'm spending this much money, I'm not making money back. I see whenever people come to me, they're emotional, right? You got to look at it from a data perspective, like a fucking robot. We spent $10 today, we made more than that. Or we spent $50 today, we didn't make money today, but yesterday we did $1,000 job. It made up for it. So you got to be very rational. Look at the numbers, be very data driven. Obviously, when this $1,400 day came in, that paid for all my ads for the entire month, right? So now every ad that I'm running after that is free, right? So remember, advertising is hard. Like, this is not an easy thing to do. I know I make it sound easy because I've been doing it for 5 fucking years. As I said, if everyone could do it, we'd all be rich, blah, blah, blah. If you can learn this skill, practice it, study it, you will never have to worry about money again. So you now have some homework to do. Run your first ads, start collecting data, seeing what works, read some of the books I mentioned, build your arsenal of skills. And if you want help from me implementing this now, seeing exactly what I'm doing, seeing what other guys are doing, guys who are hitting, 15, 20K per month, even guys who are just starting hitting their first $5,000, like, these are the skills that they're using. This is what I'm teaching. Everything's inside my inner circle. We got weekly calls. We got all the ad templates. We share ads, swipe files, mastermind we got 90 plus people in there. We're going to have an in-person meetup pretty soon here. We got courses, trainings, blah, 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 everything to get past 10K per month or whatever your goals are. We got people who are making $50,000, $80,000 per month. Those are the outliers. Obviously, we work for people who are starting and scaling, which, as we mentioned earlier, if you can put $1 on your ads, make $2 back, by definition, you have a money printing machine. You could scale that to the moon. So Remember, only a tiny percent of the people in the whole world knows the stuff that you just learned. This is a pretty high-level training, so learn to exploit this. He can get at this, will never struggle for clients or money again. Thank you for watching this training. I hope you got some powerful new insights. I tried to go as in-depth as I could. And I look forward to working with you soon. Like I said, guys, the inner circle is the place. That's where I'm at every single day. That's where I answer questions. I don't really check many other DMs or whatnot. That is my baby. So if you want help, if you want to work with me, I'll see you guys in the inside there. And remember, there's a literal insane amount of money out there with your name on it. Just got to go pick it up. Talk soon. Spencer, go drink some coffee. See you guys there. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the Spencer Clay Show. That's all for now. See you in the next episode. Peace.